Have you been wondering if you're making mistakes that are costing you money, specifically when it comes to asking for the sale? We definitely want to spend some time today in really digging into how are you managing your sales speech, your sales conversations, to see if maybe from the mistakes that we have on the list, you're making one. So, are you curious now? Please stay until the end because we want to give you nothing but the best. Make sure that you subscribe before you leave, and if you found value, please share this with somebody. If you and I have never met, I'm Jessica with marketingforgreatness.com, the recovered attorney that turned herself into a forensic digital marketer, and now I help entrepreneurs and marketing teams to build brands and monetize it. Yes, so this class is going to be so special. With me, I have Mariel. She is our sales advisor and coach. And get this one, Mariel has been in sales for over 15 years. So today we are bringing Mariel's top 6 mistakes that she has found from her experience in working for over 15 years in sales with different transactions. So let's dive in. Let's hear what Mariel has to share, and please take notes and leave in comments what questions you have about any of these particular situations that we'll be covering with you today.
Hey guys, I am Mariel Rodriguez and I work with Jessica Campos and Marketing for Greatness. I am a sales advisor. And today I'm going to talk about the tips that are costing you money when it comes to closing the sale. Number one is not mirroring your client. Have you ever noticed somebody that is talking to you? I mean, maybe you are very paused and they're talking too fast, or you are very high paced and they're talking too slow. It's very hard to process the information that it's being given to you or you're giving to them when you guys are not on the same page. So you should always mirror your client. Tip number 2 is going to be showing up and throwing up. And that's exactly what it sounds like. Have you ever seen anybody that shows up to a meeting and they just start talking and they just won't shut up? That's not really a good thing. That happens because you have probably rehearsed that pitch so much that you have it memorized in your head and you want to get everything that you memorized out before you forget. Yes, you should be prepared for a meeting, but you should not come to a point that you cannot let the other person participate in the conversation. Tip number 3 actually goes hand in hand with number 2, and it's not listening. When you have that pitch so rehearsed, then again, you tend to not listen to the person that you're talking to. And that way you don't know their needs. You don't know if you're hitting on what they need or not. So you should always take the time to listen and make sure you're processing the information you're giving them. And at the same time, you can make sure that you're providing a solution to their problems, not to what you think is the problem. Tip number 4 is going to be showing up to a meeting unprepared. You should always know your client, know the full name of the person that you're talking with that day, and know the company, know what they do, know what you guys are going to be talking about. And one thing that I like to do as soon as I walk into a meeting, obviously these days with virtual meetings, it don't work that way, but one thing that I do when I do go to an office is I look around and I see if they have kids, if they have pictures of fish, if they like hunting. Things like that can help you better prepare for the meeting, and whatever the information that you already had about them, you can make it more personal by adding things that you're seeing in the office, and that way you can relate to them better. Tip number 5 is going to be overpromising. Just saying yes to everything they ask for. You definitely don't want to do that. And you need to know your margins, know what you can do and cannot do before you get to that meeting. If you have anybody above you and you just don't know if it's something you can do or not, just say that you don't know, but you'll be happy to find out for them. So don't promise something that you cannot deliver on. Always remember, you would much rather lose a transaction or a deal than lose a client. Tip number 6 is going to be selling on a discount. You may or may not feel comfortable with the price tag attached to your product or service, and that's okay. But you are doing yourself a disservice if you just start throwing discounts out before the objection has come out. So always say the regular price and you shut up. First one to speak loses. So wait to hear the response and then you handle objections as they come. And those are my tips. I will be looking forward to looking at the comments if you guys have any questions about those, or if you can add any to this. I will be reading the comments and replying to them.
So, what do you think? You know what? My favorite is actually the one that she was talking about, over promising. I feel like sometimes when we go to the sales process, we find that we want to help the person so much that whenever they ask for something, we keep saying, oh, yeah, I can do it. I can do it. So, yeah, paying attention to that is going to be very, very important, especially when you want to make your sales process into a more like streamlined way so that you can scale, you can grow faster. So I would love to see here in comments, what was your favorite tip? What is the number one thing that you're going to be implementing right away? And I am so thankful because you stayed until the end. So please make sure that you subscribe and you share this video with somebody that needs to boost their sales. Thank you so much.